I wanted this show to be in person. I really wanted to make sure that people were interacting with each other on screen, interacting with the environment around them, and I tried my best to bring that to our designs.
We all were so happy to watch the story come together, and we're so happy to be able to share it with you now.
Hi guys, I am Madigan. I am the creator and game master for Escape Artists.
I'm Josie, and I was one of the production designers on Escape Artists.
And I'm gonna walk you through our set build process. When I first started conceptualizing the set with our production designers, I knew it was really important to emphasize the immersive elements of it.
I was talking with Madigan about how to create the sets, and we really wanted to capture that sort of piratey, tavern-y feel and really just create an immersive environment for our players.
We already had cosplayers that were gonna look exactly like their characters, so we really wanted to make sure that it also matched the environment that they were in. John and Josie, our two production design leads, really took charge on coming up with sketches of the space, what we wanted the flats to look like, and what we wanted the table to look like.
Creating the flats themselves took about 3 days. Together we went and we got all the wood pieces. I think there are over 80 pieces of wood that went into building all 3 of the flats. And we spent hours nailing and drilling pieces together so that we could create this set for the Escape Artists.
Each flat was built from scratch. John and Josie, they actually put together each flat.
We used a lot of homemade elements. Our cast member Ripley actually helped design the portholes and paint them. And we tried to come up with innovative ways of making things like rivets and just really detailed things that would really pull the set all together.
Because the set was a stationary set, we were able to really consider the backdrop as something that we wanted to enhance the visuals of our set. So when you're watching the show, you're gonna look maybe in the background and see that we have bottles that have been wax sealed and posters with some hints of some plot stuff. And it was really fun to think of all those different Easter eggs to sort of place behind us, since we knew that we weren't really gonna be moving the entire time.
The set design itself was a process of about 3 weeks, working on building the flats, on getting all the pieces designed. Cutting the rocks themselves took about 2-3 days. We had cast members, crew, all sitting on the floor with their own box cutters, carving rocks, and we tried to make the best of it. We put on music and we laughed, and we made sure that we were trying to give it our all, even though we were working in these sweltering California heats.
Set build was fun because we had so many different departments coming in helping out. We had some of our actors, we had some of our production crew, along with our production designers, all sort of pitching in and making sure that we had the best possible set we could possibly make.
As far as the top piece, which was the piece that was seen the most on set, we installed a shelf that we stained to match the wood wallpaper that we had bought. And with all of those bottles that we had saved and repurposed, we adorned the shelf in shells donated by cast and crew, using things like museum putty even to make sure that everything was safe but still secure enough that we could walk around set and not risk tripping or falling or breaking anything.
I've personally dreamed of having a set like this for years, so watching it come to life right before my eyes and getting to help out with the entire process was just absolutely magical.
We created wanted posters from just regular printer paper that we would tea stain and bake. We bought sconces that we tried to find that would fit the D&D theme, not making them too modern, and installed those themselves with light bulbs that were self-lighting so that we didn't have to worry about all the other extra electrical problems, which really added the finishing touch of making it seem like it was a real wall and a real tavern.
We had a lot of artists on this set, and so it was really great to call on all of their different strengths and skill sets to bring the very best set we possibly could to life.
We did have a little set mishap at one moment.
Disaster was struck.
Unfortunately, we had an accident and a piece of our set broke. But luckily enough, we were able to call John, and the two of us together worked to completely strip that corner of the set, rebuild it, and it turned out still amazing.
The table was actually the element that we got first because we knew this was going to be the centerpiece of the set. It's where the gameplay would take place.
Early on into even finding set pieces, we were looking at tables, trying to measure dimensions, see how many players could fit, what we needed to get, if we wanted to do a round table, a square table, a rectangular table. Eventually, I actually ended up making a list, and we all went through them, picked the table that we thought was best, went to go and pick it up and completely refurbished it.
The entire cast and crew helped out with the sanding process, with the restaining process, and Danny, our art lead, really came through with designs that she wanted to do on the top of the table, and we ended up using gold leaf all over the chairs and to do the design in the center. So it ended up looking nothing like the original table.
And we also created a DM screen from scratch. Madigan and myself ended up going and buying the pieces, getting them cut to shape, installing hinges in them. She stained it all blue, painted the inside gold, and I free-handed the little kraken on the outside that we've lovingly called Greg. The final thing that really brought our set together was our cine team coming in and creating this beautiful lighting display that would light the set. We had these 3 large LED displays that we played around with the colors with and would create these beautiful green and blue nuances that would really light up the set and change things. We were able to install self-lighting light bulbs into the sconces that we had installed into the set pieces themselves.
Overall, the set was just a really incredible process. It was amazing to watch it come to life from the very beginning, first sketches, all the way towards, having an actual set that we were playing Dungeons and Dragons on.
So we really hope that you enjoy Escape Artists and you stick with us to see what's next, because there's a lot of things on the horizon. We'll see you soon.
Be sure to tune into Escape Artists to see the set in action. You can subscribe to our Twitch at Escape Artists Show, and you can watch the magic unfold for yourself.